Today on an all-new Dr. Phil. A missing teen.
People started calling me a murderer. Are you kidding me?
The night she disappeared.
You described her as disoriented. Did y'all think about taking her to the ER?
I wish I had.
What did Karlie say?
You can hear her asking in the audio, are you going to call 911? They refuse to call for help.
Not true. How dare you?
Would you let us hear that tape? In the early morning hours of October 13th, 2018, 16-year-old Karlie Guse went missing from her home in rural Northern California. Now, seemingly, she just vanished into thin air.
They're searching for a 16-year-old girl missing in Mono County.
It's been 3 months since 16-year-old Karlie disappeared.
Where is Karlie Guse?
Karlie was discovered missing from her home at about 6:15 in the morning.
Karlie was last seen on Saturday at Ponderosa Street near White Mountain Estate Road, walking towards Highway 6.
We are trying to find answers in the disappearance of a gorgeous young girl.
Karlie Guse's picture is taped to window after window and light pole after light pole in the town of Bishop, California.
Authorities say she doesn't have her cell phone or any personal belongings with her and may be disoriented.
We're pretty confident that she walked away from the house that morning because people saw her.
Police dogs and helicopters have been assisting in the search, but have not been able to locate her.
Authorities are asking for your help. Anyone with information on her whereabouts can call Mono County Sheriff's Office Dispatch.
What happened to Karlie remains a mystery.
Her father, Zach, and stepmother, Melissa, were with her the night she disappeared and are adamant that they have no idea what happened to her or where she could be. Well, Karlie's biological mother, Lindsay, says she doesn't believe them. She says she is convinced they know more than they're saying. Here's what Melissa and Zach say happened the night that she went missing.
My stepdaughter Karlie's been missing for over 4 months now.
Law enforcement are treating Karlie's disappearance as a runaway case. It's really hard for me to believe that because she would have contacted us.
The night Karlie went missing, she lied and said that she was going to a football game, but she had never really gone. I received a phone call from Karlie. She called me scared, paranoid. She wanted me to come pick her up. When she got into the car, she looked like she had seen a ghost. Her face was pale, her eyes were dilated. I only know that she smoked marijuana because she admitted that to me. She wanted to go to bed and she asked me to stay with her. I was texting Karlie's friend asking, what did you guys smoke? Because she's acting very strange. And the friend said, weed that we've smoked before.
At 3 a.m., I woke up and noticed that the lights were still on in Karlie's room. My wife was with her. Karlie was wide awake. I just figured it was the drugs.
5:48 in the morning was my last text to her friend. I fell asleep right after that. I woke up at 7:15 and she was gone. I was like, Karlie! I just immediately started to panic.
She checked the whole house and she's like, she's not here.
I hopped in my car and just started driving around the neighborhood. The neighbor was outside and I said, have you seen my daughter? And he says, well, yeah, actually, I saw a girl walking down the road. She had long hair and really skinny.
I thought wholeheartedly that we were gonna find her just wandering around, I swear.
I started doing the Facebook videos just because I was freaking out.
Karlie Guse is missing.
Every single day, that's all we were doing was just looking for her. Me and my husband and the kids put up these on every telephone and light pole. The ribbon is for Karlie because teal is one of her favorite colors.
I full-heartedly believe that Karlie is alive. I wouldn't wish this upon anybody.
Melissa and Zach say they have no idea where Karlie is, yet her mother, Lindsay, continues to question their involvement in her disappearance.
After Karlie disappeared, the first few days with my ex-wife, Lindsay, we were definitely talking to each other and supporting each other until she decided to blame us. Lindsay was speculating that my wife, Melissa, had something to do with her disappearance. Maybe she killed her and got rid of the body.
I said, are you kidding me? That I would hurt her? Do anything to her? I love her. And then the speculation online it started going off. You're a murderer. When are you gonna start telling the truth? And you're a schizophrenic, psychotic, beep, beep, beep.
One of the hardest things with this is having zero answers. I don't believe that Melissa has anything to do with the disappearance. Don't believe it, not for 1 second.
Well, Melissa, Zach, I'm very glad to meet you, and I'm very, very sorry for the circumstance. I'm here to raise the awareness on this, keep a bright spotlight on over this, and if there's, maybe I'm going to ask some questions that are going to jog your memory or make you think of something else, or somebody's going to hear something while we're talking that will cause them to remember something. Anything we can do to bring this case. We've done dozens and dozens, probably over 100 missing cases, and we've had cases reopened. We've found missing children. We've had great results sometimes, so hopefully that'll happen here. I mean, who knows? First off, what happened? Just in y'all's own words, just so I know it firsthand, what happened the night she went missing?
She went missing in the morning of October 13th.
Early morning.
Early
right?
morning. I had fallen asleep shortly after the last text to her friend, and I fell asleep, and then I had woken up around 7:15, and I had spent the whole night with her in her room, and when I woke up, she wasn't next to me anymore. And after just her demeanor and the way she was acting, and then waking up and her not being there, it was just like instant panic, because I'm like, she's not there, and then she's not in the house, and you think you're gonna find her just walking down the road, and she wasn't anywhere. I'm sorry.
Well, you said because you stayed with her all night long.
All night.
And we'll talk about why in a minute, but you said when you woke up and she wasn't there, you instantly panicked when she wasn't there. What was it about her state of mind, her condition, that caused you to instantly panic instead of thinking she's in the kitchen or she's just in the living room or something like that?
I looked over and I'm like, Karlie, and I started to panic instantly because she didn't answer, and she had stayed next to me in the bed all night. She didn't want me to leave her side, and she asked me to go to bed with her.
So you were alarmed the second she wasn't beside you because she had been so attached to you?
Yes.
From the time you picked her up from the football game?
Well, she didn't go to the football game.
Well, she's supposed to go to a football game.
She was supposed to go to a football game.
Picked her up.
I picked her up from town.
Yeah, she supposedly had gone to a football game, but she called to be picked up.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when she called you to be picked up, she was not in a calm state of mind at that point, right?
No, she was scared when she called me, and she didn't want me to hang up the phone.
Okay, and what was she scared of in your best estimation? Because she didn't say, I'm scared of A, B, or C.
No.
She was just kind of paranoid, right?
She was paranoid and scared, and when we asked her, what are you scared of? She said, I don't know.
Okay, and you said when we asked her, were you there when the call came in?
I was there. I didn't know what was going on. All she told me was, I got to go get Karlie.
Okay.
And I mean, at the time, I thought she was at the football game, so I was kind of wondering why.
Okay.
And but then when she got home.
Okay, and this was on a Friday night?
Yes.
Yes.
What did she say that made you know she was afraid?
Because she said she was afraid. She had...
What did she say?
When I first got in the driveway and the phone rang and I talked to her, she didn't want me to hang up the phone, and she wanted me to come and get her immediately, and she said that she was at the back of Highlands, which is a mobile home park. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay, and I'm staying on the phone. Well, the phone call dropped because we live outside of town. And when I finally got reconnected with her, she went from being behind Highlands to being a mile down the road, running down Dixon Lane, which is another street off of that area.
Physically running. Yeah.
Physically running down the road with her cell phone. And that's how I found her, because I could see the light on her phone.
Okay.
And then she got in my car. And
all right. What was she wearing?
She had on a sweater and skinny jeans in her Vans.
Okay, what color sweater?
I think it was dark blue.
And what was she wearing the last time you saw her?
Just her t-shirt, underwear.
Okay, because she was in bed with you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you picked her up and she got in your car running down the road, and did she get in willingly?
Yeah, she didn't want to get in the front seat. She just wanted to get immediately in the car, so she just hopped in the seat right behind me.
What was she saying at the time?
That she was scared. She didn't know what was wrong, and that's when she said that she did smoke marijuana. And I said, by the way you're acting, you know it's not. And it took about 15 minutes to get her calmed down, but she just wanted to go home.
Okay, and you described her as disoriented. Right. Was she disoriented when you saw her?
Yes.
And describe disoriented from Dad's point of view.
Definitely not stoned on marijuana. I could tell that right away. She was paranoid. She was like scared of us. But then she would turn to, I love you. It'd be like, you're scaring me. And then all of a sudden it'd be, I love you guys. I mean, it was just.
So clearly irrational.
Very.
Your theory is that whatever she smoked was laced with something else, had some other chemical substance in it?
I feel that it was laced with something
laced
else.
Or
just because of the way she was
somebody
acting.
gave her something. Her pupils were very dilated. I knew she was on something.
Did she eat anything at that point?
I made her a salad.
And she was saying strange things about the lettuce, right?
Yeah.
So
she said it was the devil's lettuce.
Okay. Did she act as though she was seeing it in a funny way? I mean, when she said that's the devil's, was she like backing away from it, or was she just describing it as she was eating it? I'm trying to determine whether or not she might have been having a visual hallucination.
Right.
She had brought the salad into bed, and she was eating it, and she was just like, "Puh," and like spit all of it back in her bowl. And I was like, "What are you doing?" She's all, "This is the devil's lettuce." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's all, "This is the devil's, I'm eating the devil's lettuce."
Did y'all think about taking her to the ER at this point, getting a blood test, figuring out what she might have ingested?
I thought about it, yeah. We didn't.
You should have.
Well, 2020.
Every second of every day I wish I had.
At one point, you filmed her.
It's just audio because I stuck it in my pocket so she wouldn't know that I was recording her.
I wanted to hear that tape, but we were told we couldn't have the tape.
I don't think it's going to solve the mystery of where she is.
Y'all ready to have a good time?
Fall in love with Love and Marriage every Saturday night.
You need to hang out with us more. I just want you to win at this.
I love me a good, black, smart, educated man.
You don't have to thank me for hanging in there with you.
I'm happy we're a team and we have each other.
Sometimes the claws come out.
Don't do that.
Let's do that real quick.
Have you ever stepped out on me?
You gotta learn how to keep your mouth shut, bro.
What is going on?
We don't do anything regular or medium. Everything is big.
Give me more. Ready for more? I'm back. OWN's hit series returns to Huntsville for all new drama.
Come on.
Things are getting turned up.
There might be more to this story.
What? You don't know what you're missing until you get it.
Love and Marriage Huntsville, all new Saturday, 8/7 Central.
We have been keeping it a big secret.
Sunday.
The audacity you have.
I don't like the tone of your voice, and I don't like your attitude.
Happily Ever After. All new. Sunday at 8 on TLC. Tonight.
I'm not just moving countries. I'm learning a new way of life.
I'm leaving everything behind. I just feel scared.
90 Day Fiancé the other way. All new. Tonight at 8 on TLC.
These blueprints are going to be a reality. Let's go.
100 Day construction is nearly impossible.
Oh, this is going to be so good.
It's going to look beautiful.
Unless you're Brian and Mika.
Storybook ending. Welcome home.
Yeah. 100 Day Dream Home. All new Sunday at 9 on HGTV.
This is a renovation story 200 years in the making. I want you to step into this space like your crown has been straightened.
Breaking new ground. Streaming exclusively on Max.
Pod's biggest sale of the summer is here. Book now and save up to 25%. Visit pods.com today.
Hey guys,
We grabbed some treats from movie night.
Cool?
Be movie night heroes with Hershey's and Reese's chocolates.
Meet Uptown, our best-selling travel loafer. Powered by our exclusive BioMotion technology and UltraFlex construction, Uptown is engineered to set you in motion and maintain full body alignment. Uptown, now in 10 colors.
At one point, you filmed her, right?
I used the filmer, but it's just audio because I stuck it in my pocket, so she wouldn't know that I was recording her.
Okay.
So you could show her the next day how she sounded on drugs, like what is it?
Like a life lesson,
like
this
we
is
were
what
going to deal with it
happens.
the next day for sure.
Let her hear herself.
Yeah.
But was there a little bit of video, but mostly audio?
No, it's all audio.
All audio. And did you share that with Lindsay?
She, well, I shared it with her, and then she didn't want to listen to the whole thing. And then when her private investigator came over, he got the audios, and then I believe she listened to them because she blasted on social media that Karlie was begging for me to call 911, which is not true.
That's not on the tape?
The portion in the tape where she asks about 911, she says, if something were to happen to me, would you call 911? And I said, absolutely, if something were to happen.
Okay. I wanted to hear that tape, but you didn't let us hear that tape. Tell me why. I wasn't.
It's an ongoing investigation still. This is
the FBI
ongoing.
have it, the sheriffs have it. It's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna solve the mystery of where she is.
Well, you don't know what I might know or what I might not know. I would very much have liked to have heard that tape. Is there a reason that I didn't hear that tape?
Nobody asked.
No.
No.
Did anybody ask us?
I don't even think anybody
we asked. Yeah, we asked because
there's no reason.
I've dealt with every kind of mind-altering drug in the world in 45 years, and I can learn a lot by what part of the brain is involved, whether it's limbic system, whether it's neocortex, what's going on, is it pushed verbalizations, is it confusion? What's going on? It tells me a lot.
Right.
And I was really interested to hear the tape, but we were told we couldn't have the tape, and I was curious why.
You can listen to the tape. I don't want the world to listen to the tape.
No.
Yeah.
I want everybody to see her face. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, I understand. Now, so she says, if something happened to me, would you call 911? Not, will you call 911? She wasn't begging for you to call 911. No,
not at all.
Okay. And at one point, did she go to sleep ever, or was she awake the whole night?
I tried to get her to sleep, and she laid next to me, and we held hands and looked at each other, and I just watched her, and her eyelids were shut, but it was her eyes were still moving underneath her eyelids. She couldn't try to rest. And then that's when I thought that maybe it is methamphetamines mixed with marijuana, because methamphetamines make you stay up.
So you think that she probably had some kind of speed, that she was racing?
Something that was keeping her up, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, that's one of the reasons that I would have wanted to hear that tape, because did she get dehydrated? Was her mouth dry? Was she speeding? All of these things can say a lot and explain hallucinations, delusions, paranoia, references of persecution, which might say what she would run towards or away from when she gets out the front door. Is she threatened by light? Is she light sensitive? There's all kinds of things that go into that. So, but she does lay down.
Yeah.
And close to you.
Right next to me.
Okay. And so she wasn't threatened by you. She didn't
even
though she at times would say, be paranoid, but then whatever, but she was clinging to you.
Yeah, she even followed me to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And she's never done that. Not since she was a little girl.
All right. So now you last see her at 5:30. then you drift off to sleep, you wake up, and at 6:30 she's gone.
7:15.
That was the next time you wake up was 7:15?
Yeah.
If she left, it was between 5:30 and 7:15.
It's 6 o'clock and 7:15, but the first witness says that he saw her at 6:30 walking down our street.
Okay, at 6:30. Okay, and he described her as being, having a piece of paper.
Having a piece of paper.
Looking up at the sky, but being really skinny. I mean, he described her.
Yeah, he described her.
Yeah,
And
long hair,
long
skinny.
hair. She had a white t-shirt, gray sweatpants, and she was holding a piece of paper. And then in a later interview, he told the journalist that she was actually looking up at the stars, which he never told me. So then that makes you think, well, maybe she was still under the influence of something.
Okay. We wanted to talk to him as well, and y'all wouldn't give us his information. Why?
For the guy down the street?
Yeah, for the witness that saw her.
No.
We asked for his address so we could talk to him.
Nobody asked me for his address.
And I'm not going to, well, honestly, I'm not going to bring them in unless they say they want to. I mean, there's 3 witnesses, and the last one, I don't even know who it is.
Y'all wouldn't even give us your address.
We've had people stalking us and threatening us.
Yeah.
I don't
think I'm
want-
going to stalk you?
No,
No,
but
but-
the people that watch your show.
So have you ever seen me publish an address?
No.
I don't.
In 45 years in being involved in missing persons cases, I've never had parents that wouldn't give me their address or wouldn't give me all the information about witnesses and give me every piece of home video or recordings or everything. Just they bring everything in they could possibly give us, anything to help you find this child.
Right.
Everything.
No,
And
I'm
we
with you.
couldn't get your home address. We couldn't get the address
You
of
have my
witnesses.
home address.
We
I filled it
couldn't
out
get-
on the piece of paper.
We couldn't get anything about where this, and I didn't know if you don't trust us or what. It's the first time in 45 years I've ever had that happen.
I don't know. It's still an ongoing investigation. How much information should I be giving out?
I take these things very seriously. We're looking for your daughter. I mean, this is...
We have been too.
Melissa, you told NBC that at 5:45 a.m. you did your usual routine of opening up the kids' doors, saying good morning, getting them ready for school.
It was a lie about checking in on Karlie.
What you told them wasn't true?
No.
Based on what the witnesses told you, is there anything they told you that suggested where she went once she left the house? Like this witness told you she was walking what direction from the house?
Walking south down from our house. And then the next witness lives on the street that goes all the way down to the highway. And he saw her walking down towards the highway, and she kept looking back at him while she was walking. And then the Wooder guy says that he saw her right at the corner of White Mountain Estates Road and Highway 6 inside the barbed wire fence.
In which we've never talked to him. I don't even know his name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's abstract to me because I don't know where all that is, but I do know your neighborhood is small, and in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Pretty
much.
So once she's out of the housing area, she's in the desert.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's desert
We're
everywhere.
yeah, it is desert everywhere.
Yeah, and this is an aerial of the neighborhood and the surrounding areas. So
Yeah.
it's there. And this is the first sighting, the second, and the third sighting. So she can be out of the neighborhood in a short period of time.
Very short.
Yeah.
And
I walked from our front door all the way down to where she was last seen, and it took me, and I kind of mosey walked. It took about 25 minutes.
and that's not hurrying.
No.
And if she's
Casual walk.
And if she's paranoid, and young and light and on speed. She's not mosey walking, so she might have been out of there in 15 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, if she's trying to get away from some imagined threat, and she could have been out of there in a fast hurry.
Well, you can see all the dirt roads behind us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's endless.
Right.
They're everywhere. And I mean, we were up, I went up there, a lot of my friends went up there. I mean, we were all over the place.
Okay, now, once she gets to Highway 6, where is the next, how far to the next civilization?
Well, if you go, what would it be, north?
Like
up that way, from number 3, that's Chalfont, which is...
It's like
maybe 2 miles.
2 miles.
Okay.
2 or 3 miles. But back to Bishop.
So it's get toable, but it's a
but back to Bishop, going down, back south, back to Bishop is probably about 12.
About 12 miles.
12 miles.
Back to Bishop.
And open desert.
Yeah. Okay. And at that time of morning, at 7 o'clock in the morning, what's the temperature?
Then it wasn't horrible. Right now it's a lot colder.
Yeah.
Then I remember being in shorts and a t-shirt that time of year.
Okay.
There.
All right. Now, and Melissa, you told NBC that the next morning that at 5:45 a.m. you did your usual routine of opening up the kids' doors, saying good morning, getting them ready for school, and that sort of thing. She was still in bed at that time? Did you go back and lay down?
No, the Dateline NBC.
I'm sorry.
The Dateline story that you're referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a false story, because it was a lie about checking in on Karlie, because it was in the beginning and I didn't know what to say.
We were told
and I
not
wasn't
to say much
to say
of anything to
at
anybody
all,
about
and
anything, because
I shouldn't have even done the interview.
It was too early, you know. It's just, you don't know what to do. There's no handbook for this, man. You just...
Yeah. So what you told them wasn't true?
No.
Okay, so you gave them misinformation, so we're going to erase that off. That didn't happen.
Yeah, and I even called them and tried, and they said, no, we already published the story within 20 minutes of telling them the story.
Okay. So the last time you saw her was...
5:40.
Me? I saw her at 3:30 in the morning.
You saw when?
3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, you saw her at 3:30, but you saw her last.
I was in bed, and my last text to her friend was like 5:48, and I just put my phone in my pocket, and I just fell right asleep after that.
That's when you went to sleep. Then that's the last time you saw her.
Yes.
Then you wake up, she's gone.
Yes.
After about 10 hours of searching, you did a Facebook Live.
She said, I think I should go on Facebook and blast this.
Did you get responses?
People started calling me a murderer.
There was about 10 hours of search that was pretty intense, right? I mean...
It was a long day.
Yeah. They had a helicopter, I think, by...
I think it was like 1.
By noon or 1. We got lucky on that, because there happened to be one that day or something, and I mean, it was flying all over the place. That night, they got another helicopter with a FLIR to, that is, if nobody knows what that is, it's to pick up body heat.
Yeah.
And then I don't think it was the next day, because that's when the Sunday would have been the day of the dogs, the sniffing dogs. And then like Monday or Tuesday, they had they did another couple helicopter runs.
Okay.
And on ground search and rescue.
Okay. And then after about 10 hours of searching, you did a Facebook Live to update people, right?
Yeah, I started doing videos because I started freaking out, and I think it was the day of. I don't even remember my first post.
It was the night of.
It was the night of.
She said, I think I should go on Facebook and blast this and
because I'm like, this isn't Karlie.
Get the information out there.
This isn't Karlie. She's not one to just leave, walk away from her family, and not take a phone, not take her ID, not take anything with her.
Karlie Karlie Guse is missing. She's been missing since 6:30 a.m. The last time that I spoke to her was 5:30. I'm putting this out there because it's going on 10 hours that she's been missing. I don't think she's out in the desert. I think that she could have been abducted or taken.
They have a helicopter coming over right now, so actually I'm going to go back out. They're doing night search with infrared.
It's Sunday, October 14th. This is the way that she walked. Our house is right there.
Black Hawk just arrived and is sweeping over the desert. We're going to find her.
Tuesday, October 16th, and Karlie is still missing. Thank you, everyone, and just continue to share the group. Hope somebody sees her.
And you didn't get any, you said one trucker?
Yeah, there was a trucker
didn't
said,
pan
and
out.
I cannot remember the town, but it's somewhere by the Grapevine, said there was a girl that I think that looks a lot like her, was panhandling outside of this truck stop, like, store.
Yeah.
And I called the police over there, actually, and told them to go over there, and they checked the video, and they said, nah, there's nothing there.
So you got at least one tip, but it didn't
pan out, yeah.
Did you get responses to the Facebook Lives? Did people?
Yeah, a lot of people were sharing the videos, and then I had them on my page, but then people were like 5 days or 6 days in, then people started calling me a murderer, and so we created a Karlie Facebook page for the videos and for posting and just for positivity, and anybody who wants to share and post and just try to help to find her.
Some people criticize the videos.
Some people criticized it, saying like, why are you on Facebook when you should be out looking for your kid? And I'm like, I have been out looking for my kid. Freaking every morning, getting up at 5:30, just throwing our boots on. I mean, pounding the desert, driving. We had hundreds of friends at our house come and help us look because, everybody thought she was in the desert, maybe just lost. But after that witness said that he saw her by the highway, I said, I think somebody took her.
Do you think she's alive?
I pray she is. I do believe she is alive.
We have to.
I worry she's in a situation.
Hang on to hope. I mean, you have to make it through the day. I full-heartedly believe she's alive.
Did the police polygraph you guys?
Yeah.
How long were you married to Lindsay?
6, 7 years.
And she now thinks you know more than you're telling. Closed captioning provided by And have the police done elimination interviews and procedures with you guys?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So they've questioned y'all, gone through all that
Family,
process?
friends, locals.
Yeah. They're on this and doing what they need to do at this point. You're comfortable with that? Okay. And people are calling you murderer on the social media and all, but the police have never considered y'all suspects or anything of the sort. I just want to get that out there. No. And did they polygraph you guys, the police?
Yeah.
Okay,
but
so was it police or FBI?
FBI.
Okay, and how did those turn out?
Good.
Fine.
And so do they have a list of any suspects, people of interest, any theories, themes, anything that we should...
Runaway is the theory
that
up to this point.
That she just ran away.
Because they have, the biggest clue is that we have no clue.
That's...
And I say, well, she was last seen by a highway. This world is ugly sometimes. There's good and there's bad. So it doesn't matter where you live. That's what the person said when their daughter was abducted, like, we have a good neighborhood, And I'm like, because it can happen anywhere. It doesn't matter where you live.
Well, you hear everybody say, well, the stars would have to align for that to happen.
Yeah.
And why hasn't anybody seen her? It's been months.
And I think she would have contacted us through the holidays. I mean, that was horrible. And
if she could have, she would have, right?
I believe she would have.
If she had access to a phone. So you think that if she's alive, somebody's controlling her?
I believe that now, especially after the holidays. In the beginning, I mean, you don't know. I mean, you can speculate everything you want, but you don't know without any clues. But you were, I mean, best case scenario, she ran away and she's safe. Yeah. But.
And how long were you married to Lindsay?
I think it was about 6, 7 years.
Mm-hmm. And she now thinks you know more than you're telling. You were married to this woman for 6 or 7 years. Does it surprise you for her to say that?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's ridiculous. I don't understand why she's doing it. Maybe it's because she wants an answer. I want an answer. I want an answer.
Karlie's biological mother, Lindsay, is here, and she says that she wants Melissa and Zach to tell everything that they know about this. They, of course, say that they are. Melissa and Zach say they refuse to even speak to her. We'll talk about that after the break.
You know, Zach, Karlie went missing from your guys' residence. His response was, well, at least you have a alibi. You're in another state. I believe there's evil in Zach and Melissa's house.
Well, I'm here with Melissa and Zach, who are father and stepmother to missing 16-year-old Karlie. Now, also here is Karlie's biological mother, Lindsay. She's been watching backstage because Melissa and Zach have said that they don't want to see or talk to her. Is that true? Y'all don't want to be with her?
No. And well, yeah.
No, not after the speculations and accusations she's put, especially against my wife and us, that I don't have time for it. I'd rather just look for my daughter than deal with
the drama
yeah.
And the lies. I can't deal with it.
Well, I'm going to respect that, but again, I want to go on record in saying I think everybody should put their personal agendas aside and focus one thing, and that's to get on Karlie. And that's to find Karlie. And differences between y'all should be buried, put aside. You should come together, work together, pool your resources, do everything you can to help find this child.
Right.
And she left.
And not have all of this between you. She didn't want to stay.
She didn't want to help. She didn't go out and look with us. She didn't. 5 days after Karlie went missing, she left. We offered her a car. Her mom lives, 20 minutes from our house. I said, you can borrow our car so you can stay. But she chose to go home. She didn't want, and then when we went out looking, she sat at my house. And then you go home and accuse me of being a murderer?
I understand, yes. Come together in something like this because it is her daughter, and I know she's hurting. I know Lindsay is. I know that, but I'm not here for the drama. For that, I'm not here for that. I'm here to show Karlie's face to your viewers, and hope and pray that this works.
Closed captioning provided by... Well, we've run out of time for today, but we have so much more to cover. Tomorrow, we'll meet Karlie's biological mother, Lindsay, and hear why she suspects Karlie may no longer be alive and why she believes Melissa and Zach know more than they're telling. Now, will Zach and Melissa finally agree to talk to Lindsay face-to-face? Here's a look at what's in store for tomorrow. If anyone has any information about Karlie Guse's disappearance or whereabouts, please call Mono County Sheriff Department at 760-932-7549 and choose option 7. No tip is too small. I want to thank all of my guests for being here today. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to subscribe to my new podcast called Fill in the Blanks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.